Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome to the first video in May. I can't believe that we have successfully had a channel for a little over a month now. That absolutely blows my mind. So thank you to everyone who has been watching this channel with me, who's grown with me. I know this is more like still in single digits for a number of videos, but it's just really exciting for me. And because this is so new and we're all just learning together, I wanted to try a new format, which is more vlog based, what's going on in my life. And I wanted to do it from a perspective of I wanted to do it from a perspective where reading is still the focus and books are still the focus, because that's what this channel is. This is a booktube channel. But I also put myself in my shoes from 5 years ago in 2020 when I first started to get back into reading as an adult. And I would constantly wonder, like, how do people have time to read so many books or read at all? How do you balance going to work and working out and being social and you're still reading? And what does that look like as an adult? So whether you're like me and you are doing your 9 to 5 and trying to juggle everything, whether you're in grad school, whether you're in college, whatever your situation is, come look at this little segment of my life where there's a lot going on right now. And I'll kind of share what I do. There's going to be different clips. I really don't know how this is going to be formatted a lot right now. This is our first vlog. But it's been a busy couple of weeks for me, and I wanted to kind of like grab this chaotic time in my life and show you can still work out, you can still do social things, and you can still do all of that with your normal, what you need to do to get by, and read, including other hobbies. So this little video will include I went to a concert on a Friday night in a different city, but it was only like 2 hours away. So we'll get to that. I just finished running my first and only marathon. We'll never run a marathon again, but I did run one. And tomorrow, actually, I'm running a half marathon. Yeah, you heard that right. I ran a marathon. And a week later, I'm running a half marathon. We'll see if I actually run it or if it's more of a walk. But during that time, I have been reading and I've been going to my normal workouts, which include my run club and my yoga studio. And I've still been going to my 9 to 5. If you can hear my scratchy throat, it is because I also got sick. And what does all that look like? So come along with me. I will catch you guys later as we do this crazy vlog. Hey guys, we are on our way to go see Knox tonight. So not a lot of reading tonight, but concert, which is fun. See ya. So I realized that I didn't even tell you what I've been reading during this time. For part of the time, I was reading Our Infinite Fates, and most recently, I've been reading My Lady Jane. As you can see, I'm only the very beginning level through this book. There are 3 different point of views, and it's a really good time. But yeah, when do I find time to read? When in this crazy life am I actually reading? Now is a perfect example. I'm currently waiting for Matt to finish up what he's doing before we make dinner. And if I wasn't filming, I would be reading, possibly, or playing with the cats. I also read most commonly on my Monday through Fridays during my 30-minute lunch break, whether I'm in the actual office or I'm in my little work from home office. I pause during that 30 minutes and I grab out whatever I'm eating, normally a salad, and I read my physical book on my mile walk to work because I do just end up walking to work most days. I can listen to my audiobook when I'm driving to my exercise classes or my group runs. I can throw on an audiobook. When I'm just doing general life like laundry or dishes, there's got to be some background noise. I can't do the quiet. So that's a lot of when I get in reading. Over the weekends, I like to read in bed, or I also like to read on the couch. And then both of the bedrooms have little nooks that, yeah, I can read in there too. So that is how I get a lot of my reading time in. It's just figuring out what works for you and figuring out that time management aspect. Hey everybody! So I wanted to give you a quick little catch up because I said I would take you guys along with me over this little chunk of time in my life, trying out our first vlog. And today we ran our half marathon. I don't know if I would recommend running your first full marathon and then exactly 1 week later just hopping right back into a half marathon. But I did that. And I think the biggest bummer was that I left my headphones at home. So when I had to end up walking the last 2 miles of the half because my legs were ready to give out, I couldn't listen to my audiobook, which was the plan. I had always planned on separating from my running group in this half marathon and listening to The Darkest Minds, but alas. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go into the kitchen and I'm going to prep my lunches for my in-office days this week, and I'll probably pop on the audiobook while I do that. And then we're probably going to make dinner. So we'll see if the audiobook stays on. But yeah, I think that's how I like to manage my time and make sure that I'm still getting in book content. Besides trying to read at least one physical page of a physical book every day, which I've been doing pretty good on, I get a lot of my time and reading done through audiobooks. Shout out to this new sweatshirt I got. It says Bookworm. And shout out to my glitter freckles that I wore today. Despite what people say, I think the glitter freckles do make you faster. And that's my take on being a slow runner. Hey everyone, so we're wrapping up what we're including in this first vlog. I feel like this is going to be a really big learning curve for me, so that's okay. That's just what we're going to do. Not sure how this is all going to come together, but we'll see. This is actually Monday night before I'm releasing the vlog. So yeah, panic. It's going to be great though. We are actually on our way out to celebrate all of our races and our racing accomplishments. It's Medal Monday. Check out my awesome necklaces. Matt's finishing up getting ready and we're gonna head out. I'll try and get some footage of our little post race party that we're going to. And then yeah, I might do a little closing thoughts on this afterwards, maybe like while I'm finishing up editing, and then we'll release it and the next vlog will hopefully go a lot smoother. But yeah, we're just figuring this out as we go along. We're having a good time, and let's head out for Medal Monday post-race party. Come on, guys. Hey, everybody. So it's Tuesday. It is like legitimately Tuesday, May 6th, the day that I am uploading our first vlog. I feel like I've said or commented on how this is the first vlog of the channel a couple of times now in this video, and I think through that you can just tell how kind of nervous I am about trying this new format out with all of you. But I'm excited. I wanted to do like one more little segment. I just finished up editing the rest of the vlog, and I thought that it needed something to conclude it. I think it's interesting. I think I could have done a better job talking about time management. So I'm going to briefly touch on that. And then I'm going to talk about what I've learned through this first experience and what I hope to change moving forward. And I'll do a little recap of everything that I think is relevant without hopefully taking too much time, because I still need to add this into the final edit and post and upload the video. So talking first about time management and focusing more on that side of this video without it taking too long. I think that it doesn't matter if you are going to a 9-to-5 or if you're in school of any sort or what stage in life you are. Having a set schedule and a routine schedule is going to help you figure everything out. I know that every day I need to wake up at a certain time and feed the cats and then get ready to go to work. On my way to work, I have that opportunity for that almost mile walk to listen to an audiobook or talk to somebody or multiple things that I could be doing. And then I know that for the most part, unless I have to work through lunch, I'm going to take my 30 minutes and I'm going to eat my lunch and I'm going to read my physical book. And if I don't read my physical book during my lunch period, I'm going to read it at night. Make sure that I hit that goal of reading something of my physical book every single day. I also know that on the weekends I have a little bit more flexibility, especially now that my marathon training is over and I can actually read longer on the weekends. So I think the biggest part and the biggest takeaway is just having that set schedule and prioritizing what needs to be done. What do you need to do to make sure you're living your best, healthiest, happiest life? Is that making sure that you're reading at least one page of a physical book every day? Is that taking in content a different way, either through an audiobook or through a digital book? What is that to you? I think it's also important to just like be kind to yourself and realize that at the end of the day, we're all just humans doing our best. So If you're reading one book a month, that's amazing. If you're reading 20 books a month, holy crap, that's also amazing. And it's just what you need to do to feel happy and satisfied. I switched up my arms because my right arm was getting tired holding you guys all aloft. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was, what did I learn from this first vlog? What's my takeaway? Takeaway number one is to actually think about the shots that I want beforehand and not just have a vague impression of what I think this should be. So future vlogs, I'm actually going to write down what I want to include, and there's going to be more structure, I think. Like I said, this is just a learning curve, and I really appreciate everyone who does this learning curve with me. If you've made it to this point in the vlog, thank you so much. You're amazing. You specifically are an amazing human. If you didn't make it to this point, you'll never know I said that, but you're still an amazing human. I think for the next vlog, yeah, there's going to be a lot more structure, and I'm also not going to wait until the day of to finish editing. I was supposed to come home last night, post party and edit, and instead I decided to go to bed because I still had to work all day today. So those are my biggest two takeaways. Moving forward, I think the structure of the channel is going to be one blog style video a month, whether that's a live read and react where I schedule out when I want to read, where I can be on camera and have some live reactions to books, or if there are other events that are happening that I think would be fun to share with everybody. I think those are going to be the first videos of the month. And then the second videos of the month will be the reading recaps from the previous month. And the last two videos of the month, we're just going to leave it up to fate right now. I have some plans. I have big evil plans. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So this is me closing out the first ever vlog, and then I'm gonna go eat dinner and publish and upload. And I hope you all had a great time, and legit, I hope everyone has an amazing week and a great weekend. And I will see you next week, sitting down with the bookshelf behind me, and we will be talking about all the books that I read in April. There weren't too many, so we're looking at short videos this month, and I think that's okay for everyone. We need to figure out, the algorithm needs to figure out what we're doing. So until next Tuesday, happy new book release day.